Hello and welcome to Sensational South. I'm Harish Upadhyaya. For the next 30 minutes, we bring you all the major news and newsmakers from across South India. Our top story today comes from Tamil Nadu. Amid uproar over NEET paper leak scam, we've seen Tamil Nadu once again demanding that NEET exams be scrapped. Karnataka too has echoed similar sentiments. At the same time, there's a larger debate on what is the alternate system, and also everyone looking at Supreme Court on how the judiciary now views this entire controversy. We'll debate this, but first the report.
Ban NEET slogans echoing as the student wing of the DMK took to the streets of Chennai, condemning union government's insistence to conduct the NEET exams. They urged the Modi government to implement the resolution adopted in the Tamil Nadu Assembly for the state to be exempted from NEET.
See, the draconian, anti-merit, anti-federal NEET should go. Our stand now stands vindicated because DMK ruled Tamil Nadu was the first place to call for abolition of NEET. Now, across India, every state leaders have been calling for abolition of NEET because they've realized this anti-social justice tenor of the NEET exam.
As anti-NEET slogans grow louder in the state, the latest to jump on the bandwagon is actor-turned-politician Vijay, who has made his stance clear that NEET should be scrapped and that education should be brought to the state list.
நான் இன்னைக்கு எதுவும் பேச வேணாம்னு தான் நினைச்சேன். பட் ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயத்தை பற்றி இன்னைக்கு நான் பேசலைன்னா அது அவ்வளோ கரெக்டாக இருக்காதுன்னு எனக்கு தோணுச்சு. அதான் அது என்னவா இருக்குன்றது நீங்களே கெஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க. எஸ், நீட்டை பற்றி தான்.
The Dravidian parties seem to be on the same page over the issue. AIDMK too wants the NEET exam to be scrapped but blames DMK for making false promises only for political gains.
There is no change in the stand. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we don't need NEET. With one signature, we know how to get away with NEET. We voted to power, that will happen. And then we'll go on to collect 50 lakh signatures. Then we'll pass ordinance, not 1, 2, 3 ordinances we'll pass. While you don't even know what is the status of the ordinance passed in 2021, you still continue to pass another ordinance. We don't play around with the lives of the students like this.
State BJP, however, toes the centre's line. They maintain that NEET is the need of the hour and lashed out at the DMK government.
There is no point in, misleading the public always, and particularly DMK is trying to mislead the students. So NEET is here to stay. You cannot abolish NEET.
The recent NEET examination mess has once again reignited chorus to do away with the exam entirely. The state has opposed NEET since it was made compulsory in 2017. The exam is seen as a threat to the state's autonomy and educational quality. Earlier this week, leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi too, penned a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging for an immediate debate on NEET in the parliament and address the growing concerns. And with the NEET PG exam likely to be held by mid-August, politics over the issue will continue to snowball.
Well, to take this debate further, we have an eminent panel joining us today. We have Mr. Dharnidharan, spokesperson of the DMK. We have Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, the spokesperson of BJP. And Suman Sriraman, political analyst, joining us on the show. Mr. Dharnidharan, I'll come to you first. Is it merely playing it to the gallery or posturing, or do you believe that this can actually lead to NEET getting scrapped? Because the government in Karnataka is saying, well, we too are against NEET, but we are not sure that if anything can be done now, considering the fact that this has been done based on the Supreme Court order. How do you view this, sir?
See, in most things, DMK has raised its voice first, which includes imposition against the imposition of Hindi. DMK single-handedly overturned the imposition of Hindi in this country, and similarly, we are responsible for amendment which brought about reservation. Right? So I'm very certain that we will also be able to abolish NEET. In 2006, until 2006 we did have an entrance exam conducted by the state for admission to medical colleges. It was only after the Kalania came to power we abolished the medical entrance exams. So similarly, we'll be able to do it. The assembly has passed a resolution and sent it to the president. It's the president who's been sitting on it. Earlier, before the president, it was the governor who had been sitting on it for a prolonged period of time. The assembly is the supreme, right? Because it represents the will of 8.4 crore Tamil people. How could the governor sit on something that's been passed by the assembly? Of course, he can send it back with correction, but when the assembly has sent it back to him, he has no moral authority to sit on it because he's not an elected authority. And similarly, the president is bound to give assent or again or send it back. She's been sitting on it. So this is unconstitutional. But we will make sure that this happens. Similarly, earlier, all these debates used to ask me the question, why only in Tamil Nadu? Why that you're asking that NEET should go? Now, every state is asking that NEET should go. Pan India, you've been hearing a voice that NEET should go. Right. So in Parliament, it's a consensus.
At the same time, Dhanidharan, the other question is, what is the alternative one? Second, what happens to the argument of having some sort of a uniformity in education?
Sir,
across states at least.
No. See, firstly and foremost, how did Tamil Nadu medical colleges admit students through school exams? And Tamil Nadu has the best doctors and best hospitals. That's why people all over South Asia, even from countries in far off Africa, come for medical treatment here. And this has been proved to be one of the best systems. And the medical colleges in Tamil Nadu are run by Tamil Nadu taxpayers' money. So why do you impose an exam for colleges that's been done on Tamil Nadu taxpayers' money? And how can you have uniform in a country that's so diverse? Is profoundly more diverse than the countries of European Union. For example, Tamil Nadu has 4 doctors per 1,000. In Jharkhand, there's 1 doctor per 8,000. In Gujarat, there's 1 doctor per 4,000. So the countries are profoundly, the states are profoundly diverse than the countries of the European Union or in nowhere in the world you have states so diverse like we have in India. So you can't have one solution for whole of the country, not just NEET, any policy.
Okay.
You can't
I'll
have
quickly
someone
bring in
Delhi
Mr. Narayanan Tirupati
and
now.
which is why there's also been a lot of discrepancy. NEET is clearly Union government is not capable of running on.
I'll come to the discrepancies bit in a short while. Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, how do you view this argument? Tamil Nadu government says, well, there can't be uniformity. There are too many differences in India between states. Second, they are saying we are the ones who are funding our medical colleges. We have created these seats. The union government has no right telling us how the admission should happen.
See, all these arguments were placed before the Honorable Supreme Court. And whatever the arguments done by the Tamil Nadu government, whether it is DMK or ADMK government, the Supreme Court has very clearly rejected all those things and it has very clearly ordered that NEET should be conducted throughout the country. And that is the Supreme Court order. And what all the arguments placed, like, there is no, the village students, there is a problem, and then government school students, so many things. They say a language problem. So many things have been addressed with the Supreme Court, and the bill passed by the government and the law is very, very clear. And the exams are doing rounds. But unfortunately, this NEET issue is a brand. It's a failure for the past 3 years. Government has not come out clean with the list of number of students cleared NEET throughout the districts, are not only cleared NEET, throughout the districts in several districts in Tamil Nadu, because they are afraid, because they will come to know that only after NEET, the poor students and the rural students have got seats in the medical colleges, and that is the reason they are hiding these issues. And that is what we say, NEET is the best thing, that more number of
students. But you see the call growing now, getting louder, sir, because of this whole paper leak scam, that probably you should let states have their own entrance exams.
No, see, paper leaks are there, sir. Even in Tamil Nadu, in the 12th standard examinations, paper leak was there. Even in TNPSC exams, paper leaks were there. This is a human error. The minister and the government has very clearly said that we are going
so
to take action. So the
argument is
we are
somebody in UP or some other states has failed, or rather did not do their duty properly, and students across the country are paying the price. If you had let states do their job, efficient states, probably like Tamil Nadu, could have done a better job, and students, at least in Tamil Nadu, wouldn't have to pay price. I'll bring in Mr. Suman Sriraman, because he's somebody who sees the system very closely. He's a doctor himself. Mr. Raman, is there a midway? Because you look at the argument that Karnataka is making. It's saying, yes, we are against NEET. We do understand there are issues. But they're saying we are also pragmatic because we do not know how the Supreme Court will respond. Because it was the 2016 verdict of Supreme Court which led to NEET. So they're saying we are looking at how things will pan out. Is there a path at all? Is there an alternate at all here?
Look, I think that the Supreme Court has not ordered NEET to be held. The Supreme Court has held that it is not unconstitutional to have the NEET exam. That is all that the Supreme Court has said. So earlier on, there was a stay at one point of time. Then the Supreme Court originally held that it was ultra vires of the Constitution, and then subsequently, 3 years later, it said that it is within the constitutional framework. So therefore, let's be very clear. There are two ways in which the NEET exam got rid of. One is through a government which passes a resolution and says that we will not, have this exam. Now the point is, most of the states have a problem with this year's NEET exam. I mean, conceptually, they are not speaking, except one or two states who have started speaking about it. And of course, Tamil Nadu has always been speaking against the exam. But most other states have kept quiet. Only this time, because the clear unfairness that has happened in the manner in which the exam has been held, many states have said, let's scrap this exam now for this year. They are not, all of them are not saying get rid of NEET altogether. There are two problems here. If you want to make NEET more effective, the first thing that one must do is to reduce the fee in the private medical colleges, which Tamil Nadu, for instance, the DMK government has not done that. In Kerala, in private medical colleges, medical seats are available at 8 lakhs a year, 10 lakhs a year. In Tamil Nadu, it is 22 lakhs a year. Nothing prevents the state government from passing an order tomorrow morning saying that it is the maximum fee in private medical colleges is capped. They haven't done that. That reason is very obvious. Some of the medical colleges are owned by their own party people. The second point is, very importantly, you should not allow a candidate who gets below a minimum mark. See, right now what is happening is that somebody gets 120 in NEET out of 720. If they have money, they can go to a private medical college. A candidate who gets 400 in NEET or 500 marks out of 720, who doesn't get a seat in the government quota, goes to the private college. If he is unable to afford the fee there, he leaves the seat. And who takes the seat? The person who has got 120 or 150, but who has money, is taking the seat. So that is patent. That is a patent unfairness. You know why they have allowed that? Again, it is because the private medical colleges don't want to lose money. Otherwise, that seat will go unfilled. If the person with 500 marks who has got a good, reasonably good mark in NEET is unable to afford the seat, what the government allows is they allow the medical college to give the seat to the fellow with the lower mark who can pay the money. So where is the question
I'll quickly bring in Dhanidharan here. Mr. Dhanidharan, a valid point by Mr. Raman there, saying that there are issues that the state government can easily crack down on or sort out, but they haven't done it, especially with the seats with the private medical colleges.
Sir, it's a wrong observation to say that NEET will reduce the fees for private medical college simply because NEET does not select, okay, there are 10,000 medical college seats in Tamil Nadu, only 10,000 students. If about 1.3 lakh people or 1.4 lakh people, for example, Tamil Nadu, right, they qualify 70,000 students. So 70,000 people are vying for 10,000 seats. Of course, there are about 30%, 40% government college seats, which are through complete merit. But the remaining private college seats, which are about say 6,000 or 5,000, are entirely people can pay money and join. So between 6,000 seats, there are 60,000, 65,000 people qualified to join. So which means the demand is 10 times more, which in basic economics, the demand is 10 times more. Anyways, the fees what existed is not going to reduce. So which is why I'm saying NEET does not reduce capitation fees. Earlier, let's say 1 lakh people were eyeing for that 6,000 seats.
but should the
Now
state
it is
government
40,000
just
students.
step
What?
in and reduce that
The
fees?
price does not reduce. But what NEET does is,
not true.
you are not letting me complete. So what NEET does is, it deprives rural students, people from poorer socioeconomic backgrounds, from joining medicine in that merit seat of the government college. In the merit seat in the government college, those 3,000 seats, which were filled through school marks, the toppers were to go.
Okay.
Now, it's through NEET, where people who can't
I'll-
afford coaching gets lost out.
I'll get Mr. Sumantraman to respond to this argument. Mr. Sumantraman, the question here is, this, the state government is seeking scrapping of NEET. Many are looking at Supreme Court. Do you believe that the Supreme Court will entertain these arguments again? Because as Narayanan Tirupati said, most of these arguments have been made before the Supreme Court in 2016.
No,
Is there
I
any
honestly-
relook by the Supreme Court that you anticipate?
I honestly cannot see the Supreme Court suddenly again saying that it is, ultra vires of the Constitution. I can't see that happening. I mean, anything can happen, but I see that as very unlikely. If the DMK government honestly wants to help the students, they are essentially one order away. Please ask Mr. Dharanidharan, why should an MBBS in a private college in Kerala cost 8 lakhs a year? And why should it be 22 lakhs a year in Tamil Nadu? Please ask him the question. And the state government, and he says, no, it is market forces. It is not market forces. The state government
it's
has
demand and
full
supply.
authority. They have no. The state government has full authority to cap the fee in private medical colleges. The state government, if they desire, can issue an order saying that no more than this amount of fees can be collected per year in a private medical college. Many states have done that. Kerala has done that. Many other states have done that. Why is Tamil Nadu refusing to do that? And the answer is very clear. Look at who owns the medical colleges and you get your answer. So this whole issue of saying that if you don't have NEET capitation fee, if you have NEET capitation fee will not go down is not entirely true. The problem is you are allowing a candidate with lower mark to get a seat which a candidate who has got higher mark but does not have money is not able to join, which defeats the very purpose of the exam.
Yes.
Which you are saying that it's okay to get 100 marks in
Absolutely.
NEET
Mr. Dharanidharan,
because you can pay your way through.
The argument by Tamil Nadu government against NEET has been that it perhaps is not the best case scenario when you're looking at social justice. But as Suman Sriraman is saying, the state is not doing much in that terms.
No, which is why we are saying NEET should go. No, if the NEET has gone, students are going to not go to entrance exam. They are going to be selected through school marks.
Harish.
School marks are predicted for merit. That is the whole point, right?
Why can't you cut the fees,
Yes,
sir? One order
Harish.
from the health department. Tomorrow you can reduce the fees in all private medical colleges by 50%.
No,
Kerala can do it. Why can't you do
How
it?
many medical colleges are there in Kerala? How many private colleges are there in Kerala? How many private colleges are there
Please
in Tamil
go and
Nadu?
look it
No,
up,
so
sir. Why?
Number of seats per capita, 100,000. Number of seats per 100,000.
Okay.
So
That's
what?
all the more
Okay.
reason to
So
reduce the
more
fees.
seats.
I
think
will
they are
have to
trying
give
There
a
are
final
more
word
medical
to Mr.
colleges.
Narayanan Tirupati.
completely trying to
Mr.
divert
Narayanan
the
Tirupati,
And I think it's a myth to say
because
that.
of this paper leak scam, at least some bit of trust has been eroded. Tamil Nadu says this is one more reason to scrap NEET. What will the union government do now, sir, to ensure that this trust that has been eroded somewhere is brought back? Students feel that, the years of study that they do doesn't go for waste.
See, already this union government has passed a bill for these kind of issues, and strict punishments, particularly 10 years rigorous imprisonment and 10 lakh rupees fine. All those have come into force, and the central government will apply these laws, and we will see to it that all these things are done properly. And see, I am again asking you. The DMK is saying that the rural students are affected. You are not releasing these data for the last 4 years. You release it. If you release it, you will come to know that the state government has lied blatantly. I am telling you, they have lied blatantly. And also, they have been keeping everything in dark. All the statistics which they were releasing before 4 years, now this government has stopped it. Because they know that NEET is here to stay. Because NEET helps poor students and the government school students. And that is the reason they are in support of private medical colleges and private schools.
Okay. DMK continues to oppose NEET, and it's hoping that it can get this entire system changed. In the meanwhile, the Supreme Court closely looking at the paper leak scam that has happened. We'll have to see where this ends up. Thank you, Mr. Dhanidharan, Mr. Suman Sriraman, and Narayanan Tirupati for joining us on this debate. But surely this is not the last that we're hearing about the entire NEET scam. We'll continue to track it, but more stories on the other side.